In the oldest city in America, on the edge of the Matanzas Bay, stands a fortress of coquina stone, Castillo de San Marcos. To tourists, it's a relic of colonial wars. But to some, it's something darker, a prison that still remembers the voices of those it tried to silence. In 1875, after the Red River War, the U.S. Army brought 72 native warriors from the Great Plains to this Florida fort. Cheyenne, Kiowa, Comanche, Arapaho. They were labeled hostiles, stripped of their weapons, and locked inside the damp casemates of Fort Marion. Their commander was Captain Richard Henry Pratt, the man who would later found the Carlisle Indian Industrial School. Here he began his experiment. He cut their hair, took their names, and replaced them with English ones. He forced them to pray, to drill, to write, to become something other than themselves. Some prisoners learned to draw on the fort's walls, using ashes and pigment to record their memories. Buffalo hunts, family gatherings, the open plains. Others wasted away in the humid cells, dying far from home. Their bodies were buried in unmarked graves near the waterline. At night, soldiers reported hearing soft singing from the cells, low chants in languages they didn't understand. Even after the prisoners were freed, the sound continued. Today, park rangers say the same. They hear drumming when the fort is empty. Tourists feel sudden chills or smell smoke where no fires burn. One guide swears she saw a man standing on the gun deck at dusk, tall, wrapped in a blanket, watching the sea. When she looked again, he was gone. But the wind carried something faint, like chanting. Historians call Fort Marion the birthplace of America's Indian boarding school system, a program that would take tens of thousands of native children from their homes. And maybe that's why the fort still feels heavy, why its walls seem to breathe with memory. Because for some who came here, Florida was the end of the trail, and for others it's where their spirits began to walk again.